Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, Royal Rumble 2021 getting off the air recently. Overall Rumble shows, pay-per-views, 34 of them now. Pretty much predictable. Some of it not predictable. Pre-show match, we had women's tag team champions Asuka and Charlotte versus former champions Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax. I didn't watch the match yet, but I do know Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax ended up getting the victory. First match on the card, we had the WWE title on the line. We had Goldberg, 2021 Goldberg, we don't need, versus Drew McIntyre. It was predictable. I was happy, but it wasn't as predictable as I thought it would be. Let me get to that. So, Goldberg comes out first. Drew McIntyre comes out. Bell rings. The referee's holding it, which I've never understood why they ring a bell at this point. But they ring the bell, they hold the belt up, introduce competitors, then they ring the bell to start the match. Before the match start bell rang, you had McIntyre headbutt Goldberg. They start fighting on the outside. Cole makes a big point of saying, the match hasn't started, the bell has it wrong. Anytime they do this spot, we always know what happens. Drew was standing outside along the barrier around the ring, and Goldberg speared him through it. He gets up holding his ribs. McIntyre does. You're like, okay, great, here we go. And they get back in the ring. So 2 minutes later, it took 2 minutes to do all this. They get back in the ring. Bell rings. Match starts. We have spears. We have some of this other crap moves. We have some kickouts. Goldberg hit a real tough spear. 1, 2, 2.5. McIntyre kicks out. Goldberg hits another spear. Hits the jackhammer. 1, 2, 2 3/4. He checks out. We're all like, our anxiety was like, oh, I think I got kicked out. Claymore, done. 1, 2, 3. McIntyre wins. 2-minute match. I give it a 1/4 star. Thank God we still have Drew McIntyre as the WWE World Champion. Next match on the card, we had the Smackdown Women's title on the line. We have Carmella versus Sasha Banks. We have seen this match so many times. Reginald on the outside. Reginald got involved a little bit, not really much, but kind of. Carmella went to get knocked off the ringside. He caught her. The referee ended up kicking him out. Again, just nothing special. There's one spot where Carmella did this dive. Sasha on the outside. Carmella did a dive, and I mean, it's almost like she jumped straight out, like parallel, like a belly flop almost. When she hit Sasha and they hit the ground together, you could see Sasha, because I mean, she hit like right here on the mat, almost face first on the mat. You could see Sasha. You okay? You okay? But kind of tapped her on the side. Let's go do this. It's like, really? I get Sasha was checking on her, but it's like, I just didn't care for the match that much. Banks statement later, tap out by Carmella. Sasha Banks retained her SmackDown Women's title, 11-minute match. I ended up giving it 2 1/4. Next up, we had the Women's Royal Rumble match. During the Women's Royal Rumble match, we had Naomi and Bayley starting up. Bianca Belair coming out at 3. Other than that, the only funny part, really funny, one of the funny parts was Billie Kay comes out. She goes on commentary. She wasn't getting in the ring. Too many people in the ring. There's 3 people in the ring. So each person that came out next, we had Shotzi Blackheart, Shayna Baszler, Toni Storm, all come out. She goes over and wants to team up with them. They're all just like, whatever, get out of my face. So, our first surprise entrant was Jillian Hall. Billie Kay goes over to Jillian and goes, we should team up. It can be Billy and Jilly. Jillian agreed. They get in the ring together and we're all just die. We're like, oh, this is great. Of course, right before this, in the Pulse Dungeon, BWJ's kitchen is spectacular. Taco bar, the best chicken tacos, chicken fajitas, the best chicken that BWJ's probably ever made. But yeah, so we eat good at these shows in Pulse Dungeon. So we had Billie Kay and Jillian teaming up. That didn't last much longer. We had Victoria come out. So you had Rhea come out at 14, Charlotte at 15. Tori Wilson made her appearance. Come 21, we had Alicia Fox come out. As Alicia Fox is coming to the ring, R-Truth comes out. So R-Truth comes out, gets in the ring with Alicia Fox and goes, "Oh, sorry, I'm too early. Let me leave and come back later." Alicia Fox pins R-Truth, becomes the 24/7 championship. This happens during the Women's Royal Rumble match. We're all like, "Oh my god, this is just great." So a few minutes later, Alicia got eliminated at 13. She came in at 21. As soon as Alicia gets eliminated, R-Truth's still out there, mind you. He ends up rolling her out for the pin. 1, 2, 3. R-Truth is once again our 24/7 champion. So we have a few more come out. We had Alexa Bliss come out at 27. Got eliminated pretty quick. She got eliminated at 17. So it's kind of weird. I mean, she was getting ready to change over. The lights started going out, and she got eliminated. It's like, what just happened? Number 30, as we learned, was Natalya. So really no big, surprise moments like we were wanting. It come down to the final four of Dakota Kai, Nikki Cross, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair. Those were the final four. Charlotte was like fifth from the end. It came down to Rhea and Bianca, which is exactly who it should have came down to. They actually had a nice little match for a little bit, about 2 or 3 minutes. Thought Rhea was going to win. We thought Bianca was going to win. Nope, I take that back. The final four end up being Natalya, Charlotte Flair, Rhea, and Bianca. My bad. I made some stars by some things, and I'm kind of understood what I was doing here. So Natalya, Charlotte Flair, Rhea, Bianca were the final four. The final two were Rhea and Bianca, and then Bianca getting the victory there. I really enjoyed it. I was glad Bianca won. She was in the Rumble 58 minutes, which I think she should have been 1 or 2. They should have made her go 1 all the way, but I think I know why. We'll get to that. So Bianca Belair now has a women's record for the most time in a women's Royal Rumble match. After the women's Royal Rumble match, we had a little break, a weird kind of time for a break. We go to the kickoff panel, which is Sonya Deville. Who the hell are these people up there? Peter Rosenberg. Yeah, whoever the other 2 people were. Again, it wasn't very memorable. You had Truth show up. Okay, great. So Truth shows up. Peter Rosenberg starts going, "Truth, they're over there, they're over there." And Truth's kind of being paranoid. Peter, I guess, had a referee stand by, and now we have new 24/7 champion Peter Rosenberg. So trashy. So he ends up leaving with the title. You have JBL was sitting there. JBL says, "Worst event in wrestling history." I'm like, really? It's kind of a random thing to say right then. Next up, we had the Universal title, last man standing. Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns. This match lasted 26 minutes. The first 24 minutes of it, 22 minutes of it, I absolutely loved. They fought in the ringside. They go out back. Obviously, we're in the Tropicana Dome, Tampa Bay. And so the Thunderdome is only just a little part of it. So you have this whole, you see the stands, you see other rings set up. It's kind of like the Performance Center almost, where they had it set up back here. So they're feuding, they're fighting all over things, and Kevin Owens is, they're fighting on tables and ladders and all that. I mean, just stuff to play with, stuff. They had, the big rolling boxes they use to put the pack stuff in. You see those backstage segments a lot. There's 2 of them standing up there. Owens is on the top of those, and there's a freaking frog splash through a table and Reigns. They walk by this forklift, and you see that had a pallet laying there, and it had something attached to the pallet. You see Owens go, We thought he was just going to basically sit that on Reigns so he couldn't get up, or vice versa. Oh no, Kevin gets in this forklift, lifts it up, does a freaking swanton off of it. It's like, holy cow. Oh yeah, the best part ever. Roman Reigns, Sammy Guevara, Kevin Owens. For you AEW fans, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about here. He takes a golf cart. We've seen this before. Matt Hardy, Sammy Guevara. And literally just blows in freaking Kevin Owens. Well, Kevin Owens really, I mean, he upsold it. He jumped back into it, so busted the windshield of this golf cart. We're like, oh my god, there's Sammy Guevara in him. So then the forklift spot was after that spot. They come back through the entranceway, get back in kind of ringside area. They're fighting up through the Thunderdome TVs and stuff. Well, they're over on the side where these big old light posts are. Reigns ends up Owens got knocked into one, burnt his arm on him. It's like hot light. Reigns had these handcuffs. We're like, okay, he's gonna handcuff him. That's the new duct tape. You remember David Cena had last man standing in duct tape? Seriously? So we're like, okay, handcuffs and new duct tape. So Owens handcuffs Reigns when he's laying on the ground under this light standard. We're all like, oh, he's just gonna bust the light, pull the light standard. I was like, it's more of a face move than a heel move. So we're like, what the hell is he gonna have to do here? So Reigns is, beating on him. The referee's counting. The referee gets to 9. Reigns grabs the referee and just shoves him into a freaking, he went face first into this light standard. Knocks the ref out. Okay, fine. So Heyman comes out trying to, unhook the handcuffs with the key because he had the key because they were Roman Reigns' handcuffs. Owens is standing over there. Another referee comes out. So the other referee starts counting. The other referee gets to 6. Heyman still doesn't have the handcuffs undone yet. And just stops. And Owens is literally just sitting over going. This lasted a good minute or two. So we're like, are you freaking kidding me right now? They should have counted him out because he wasn't on his feet. If he really wanted to kind of get in the catcher stance, he could have been on his feet and been like. We're all like, literally the ref stopped counting. The second ref did. I'm like, shit. Reigns gets up, chokes. Again, all this going on. Owens isn't attacking him. Owens isn't attacking Heyman. He's letting Heyman unhandcuff him. Referee counts to 6, stops counting. First referee's at 9. Finally, Paul Heyman gets him uncuffed. He chokes out Kevin Owens. Roman Reigns retains the Universal title on the last man standing. I was hitting almost at a level of 4 the first part of this match. 3.5 is about where I ended up because that last segment was just trash and ruined it for me. 3.5 on that match. Alright, finally, the main event. Dun, dun, dun. The road to WrestleMania, we have the men's Royal Rumble match. We were told on backstage last night, our superstar and the Randy Orton, the Viper Killer, the Legend Killer, would be 1-2. We know the history these two have. So we're like, okay. They were fighting on tables. They were just not even in the ring half the time. We have Sami Zayn come out. Obviously he was backstage earlier saying he should be the rightful Continental Champion. That it's just a conspiracy against him. That, he's going to be in the Rumble. That obviously, they're surprised he doesn't make him 1 or 2. Come out 3rd. It's like, really? So that whole conspiracy theory going on. The first big return kind of guy was Carlito. Came in at 8. Carlito got ripped. It's like, where was this Carlito at back in the day? Because if this Carlito, the way he was moving in the ring, he should be in NXT right now. Oh, he was talented as hell. It's like, what the hell happened to Carlito? It's like 5 years of steroids and hitting weights. But he had a great show, and I hope they do more with him. Damian Priest was out in the Rumble from NXT. Daniel Bryan, Kane. Dolph Ziggler came out at 6. Makes his 14th straight Royal Rumble. Kane came out his 18th Rumble. Came out at 18. Dominic Mysterio came out. We had Hurricane Helms. And at 24, we had the return of Captain Charisma, Christian. we are all legit marking out to this point. We're like, oh my God, we're big Edge fans, Christian fans, etc. Number 25, the phenomenal AJ Styles. We're like, what? We have Edge, Christian, AJ, Daniel Bryan. Oh my God, all in the ring at the same time. Randy's backstage at this point. Randy got hurt, his knee. We're like, okay, really? They take him back. They show him at the trainer's table and getting his knee pad getting cut off. We're like, okay, they're just milking this one. But yeah, it's just, what's funny is we all sit there in the Pulse Dungeon picking it. J-Man's going to be a father this year, and his son is due in April, right before WrestleMania. And we were doing our picks, and we all said Edge, and little man kicked. And J-Man's wife was like, "Oh, we already have a name. They already have a name picked out for him." We're like, "Yep, L Double is picking Edge." So we thought that was kind of a cool. It's like, and he ended up winning it. It's like, oh my God. The final four, which I just give it away, which y'all probably already know. The final four: Seth Rollins, Christian, Edge, Randy Orton. We're all like, holy cow. Cesaro was out there. I mean, this had this, like, 15 years ago, J-Man and I would be doing wrestling cards, watching old shows on DVD. We always had, we do wrestling cards. Basically, we'd have a roster of people we would pick, and we would build matches for them and compete against each other. J-Man's core four: Edge, Randy, Christian, AJ. In fact, when AJ come out, he first attacked Christian. They had history in TNA. Then he attacks Edge. We're like, what, Edge? But having Edge go 58 minutes, number one to win it, third man ever to go from number one to win the Rumble, Shawn Michaels, Chris Benoit, Radar Superstar Edge. This is the second Rumble where 1 and 2 both ended up the finals. Actually, no, this is the third time that's happened. When Stone Cold won it, Stone Cold and McMahon were 1-2. British Bulldog, Shawn Michaels were 1-2. They were the last two. And then this year, Edge and Randy, first two, last two. Edge, is he going to face McIntyre? Well, one thing that I could see happening is in Chamber and Fastlane, I could see after Chamber, or sometime between now and Chamber, I could see a cash in by Miz. Then I could see Miz losing the title to Randy at Fastlane, setting up Edge and Randy at Mania for the title. I could also see Edge saying he doesn't want to wait till Mania for his title shot and do Edge and McIntyre at Fastlane. Fastlane will be the first show on Peacock. So I could see Edge saying he wants a shot at Chamber, having a number one contender Chamber match, Edge, McIntyre, maybe have Miz cash in or something, and be part of the triple threat, and then setting up Edge and Randy at Mania for the title, or Edge and Christian at Mania, Christian's last match. So I could literally see Edge cashing in his title shot at either Chamber and or Fastlane, losing, or even him winning the match, being champion, and then Miz cashing in, and leaving Edge and Christian to do their thing. I think Christian's got one more match in him. I could really see that, Edge and Christian going out like that. Hopefully Edge has got a long run. Hopefully he stays healthy. But yeah, really good. I ended up giving that 4. I ended up giving 3 3/4 to the women's match. When it comes to these Rumbles, when I rate them based on how much I like them, how excited I am about what's going on, and about like the different possibilities of what could happen, and just those kind of dream moments like we had here with Edge, Christian, Daniel Bryan, AJ, Randy, just the people you really really love wrestling wise, and it's like they're all together. It's like, so. But yeah, it was a really good show, really fun show. The Rumbles were great. Can't wait to see the lead up to the road to WrestleMania. Bianca Belair, Edge getting the Rumble victories. As we know, the last 4 years, the person that won the Rumble won the title at Mania. So that's exciting to see how they do that. If Edge does do that, Edge and McIntyre, I'm down with that, you know. Edge and Randy, if we somehow do that for the title, okay, cool. If they end up doing Edge and Christian, what if Christian wins the Chamber? Edge Christian for the title at Mania? Alright, well, that will wrap up the 2021 Royal Rumble review. As always, thanks for watching the Robert Sports Show. Don't just have a great day, have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leaders for sports channel content. Remember, preview Super Bowl 55 coming soon to Robert Sports Show, and Elimination Chamber best of review all coming over the next few weeks. Thanks for watching.